update video time. But before I get to all of that, let me just show you what I've been up to. This is my buddy's i6 4-liter Jeep motor. I forget what the actual designation for it is, but anyway, I've been pulling out of his Jeep here, and he's in Afghanistan right now, putting in some work over there. And he asked me to do the rear drum brakes, so here I am. Bit different than what he originally wanted, but whenever I got it and I popped the hood and I just saw the oily mess that was everywhere, I was like, okay, dude, we need to rebuild it, put some new gaskets and seals in it or something. And he eventually agreed to just go ahead and rebuild it. So I pulled it out and I was going over it. He hasn't owned the Jeep that long. It had 250,000 miles on it when he originally bought it. It's got like 280 or something now, 260, 280, somewhere in there. But anyway, it's just, it's just old, and whoever had it before him really wasn't taking care of it. As you can see, all the carbon buildup in each port there. But whenever I was taking the valve cover off, I think there's 15 bolts here, and 6 of those came off by hand. I just reached in there and just kind of turned them out. So that's probably one of the reasons why there's oil everywhere. And there's a couple of plastic bits inside the valve cover there that probably came from a valve seal, valve stem seal is what I would assume. But anyway, he asked me to pull it apart, so I'm going to do that today. Maybe I'll do a little time lapse and just kind of throw that up as a different video. But back to the turbo update. So ordered my clutch finally, and it came in. It's a McLeod RXT dual plate clutch. It's good for 1,000 horsepower. Probably won't get near that, but it gives me room to grow. And y'all have already seen these, the heads. These are 317 casting heads. My VS Racing 7875 with the billet wheel. Oh, I gotta show you that. Oh, it's so pretty. Then I also have my boost controller here. It's Chinese, but it's the what is it? The Turbo Smart dual boost controller, so you can have a high and low boost with the flip of switch. And this is just the solenoid for that. And then I also got BTR valve springs. There we go. So whenever I take my heads in, I can just drop these off with it, and they can install these while they're doing just kind of touching up the heads. Not really doing too much to them, but probably won't do any kind of port and polishing or anything. I'll probably just have them mill them just a little bit, just to make sure they're flat. Check for cracks. Have them check the valves, make sure those are good. Maybe do a like a 3 or 5 angle valve job on them. And that'll probably be it. Have them throw in the springs and then toss it on the car. I want to keep my compression as low as possible, so I don't want them to take off too much. And then as terms of like porting it, if I'm going turbo, I just, I know there's benefit to it, but whatever. But that's pretty much it. That's all I've got going on so far. I got this from a guy on Facebook. His name is Jesse Lee. He does a lot of GTO parts and other LS parts, but he specializes with GTO, and he got me a fantastic deal on this. It was under $1,100, so that was a really good deal. I'm supposed to have a flywheel along with this, but the flywheel, I haven't received it yet. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I'm going to be texting him tomorrow. I wanted to give it a few days just to make sure if it was 2 packages that I had enough time. Well, I got this like Thursday last week. Today is Tuesday, so tomorrow will be Wednesday. I figure that's long enough, and then I'll ask him what's going on with that. But BTR, I think this was like 240, 220, 240. That's also from Jesse Lee. I ordered a lot of parts from him. He gets amazing deals, and that's why I do business with him. So, but that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to do. Make sure that y'all didn't think I gave up hope I'm definitely pushing forward. My next parts I'm going to be buying is a wastegate, and I'm debating if I need a blow-off valve. Let me know in the comments if y'all think that would be a good idea to run a wastegate with a blow-off valve, because the gate obviously will be back here with the turbo in the rear of the car, but I'm just wondering if I should run a blow-off valve on the intake just before the throttle body, because from what I understand, the pressure that the wastegate will be seeing back here at the turbo might be different than the boost going into the intake. So, you know, I don't want this to be seeing 10 pounds and actually at the front be seeing like 12 or 14 pounds or any variation. I want it to be what it's tuned for and just stay at what it's tuned for. So let me know in the comments if you have any idea if I need to run both for a rear mount turbo. But other than that, I just need to buy some pipes, scavenge pump. And probably the hardest part of the whole install will be welding all the exhaust and the charge pipe. But other than that, it really shouldn't be too difficult. I'm up for the challenge. What I'm going to do for this guy is I have Cook's headers with 3-inch mid pipes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a dual 3-inch down to a single 3-inch I don't know, transfer or what connector or whatever you call those. I don't know what you would call that. But and then have that single 3-inch leading to the turbo. That's the plan anyway. And yeah, really that's it. I mean, obviously I'm going to need to get some gaskets and stuff. I was thinking about either just getting stock gaskets or maybe running the LS9 gaskets. Still haven't really decided yet. But other than that, I think that's about it. Yeah, boost controller. Let me just pop this open real quick just so y'all can see what that looks like. Yeah, but that's it. It's the clone from the Turbo Smart Chinese clone. Hopefully, I mean, it looks and feels exactly like the genuine one, so I'd be surprised if it acts any different. And then, you know, the solenoid is just the one that everybody rebrands as their own. This was $25, and I've seen this go as much as $100 rebranded, like a AEM. We'll just put their sticker on there and then turn around and sell it for a $75 upcharge. But anyway, that's about it. Not too much going on. Actually, let me show you some of the parts that he's got. He's got a new header, power steering. This is exhaust wrap here. A new radiator with dual electric fans. We're going to get rid of the clutch fan and just run dual electric. And then, of course, I'll have a head controller for these guys to turn on and off. For example, if he wants to turn on the AC, these things will go into high to get as cold as possible. But anyway, that's really all I got going on. So hope y'all enjoyed the update. I know it's been a little while, but I am still going through with it. I am still pushing forward, and I still will get the turbo in. Probably going to be a little later than what I originally thought. I thought I was going to have it done by about June, but I had a kid in January, and you know how that goes. Kids eat up a lot of money, so it's probably going to be more like July, August, possibly September now. But hopefully July. July is still my hopeful date. The rest of the parts I'm buying aren't that expensive, and hopefully I'll be able to get all them bought and learn how to weld and put this thing in there as goober as I can get it in there, and as long as it works, I don't really care. All right, thank you.